to our Royal Roundtable. We're going to get our guests up here and get this started. So, welcome to the stage, Rebecca Shortcat, AJ Burdell, and Nicole Oliver.
All hail Celestia!
Oh, thank God.
Praise the sun!
Good morning, sunshine.
That can refer to two of you.
All right, so this is our get to know you part of the convention weekend. So what we're going to do with this is a little mix up on the old interview style. And I'm going to go through and ask a question of each one of our guests, possibly even myself included. And then we're going to hand off the hosting duties for everybody else to do the same down the line.
Right, Robin.
And then maybe we'll open it up to some audience questions in the end if you guys have anything you want to know or question to ask. All good?
Yeah.
All right. So, first of all, who's your favorite pony?
We're starting there.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. So I wanted to get into some more just personal type stuff. What are you into outside of your pony and professional life of work, Rebecca?
Well, okay. I'm crafty. I like to make, so during the pandemic, when no acting and no singing was happening, people were making videos and posting, and I was like, I can't get down with that. I can't put a camera on me and pretend like I can make music right now, because it was kind of sad. So I spent a lot of time in my garden, and we actually have a palm tree in my garden. And after I cut down the fronds, I'm like, I'm gonna weave a basket. So I harvested these palm fronds and taught myself how to weave a basket. Stuff like that. I love working with my hands. I like sewing things. I like recycling clothes, recycling fabric. So I make clothes out of old curtains and stuff like that.
I was gonna say.
Well, actually, during the pandemic, I made a pair of overalls that were so we had these curtains, these arcade curtains that went through the wash and somehow bleach got on them, so they kind of looked like camo. And so I called them my Von Trapp play clothes, just like Maria did in the Sound of Music. Yeah, my Von Trapp play clothes.
During the pandemic, I built a kitchen,
Oh, amazing!
As one does.
outdoor
Yeah.
kitchen. And now I live out there all year round. It's great. AJ,
Yeah.
welcome to Everfree.
Hi.
So happy to have you first time.
This is awesome. Everyone's looking so lovely.
So since you are a first timer, we do need to start with the original first timer question,
Yeah.
and then just maybe add whatever else you like to do in your
Like who my favorite pony is?
Who is your favorite pony?
I have a real love for Izzy Moonbow in G5. Like, I love
Anybody else like
Roxanne
Izzy?
as well. I think she does really good work. I think that character, aside from Pip, would be the one I would relate to the most. Yeah.
So in your real life,
Yeah.
you are Pip.
This is what I keep hearing at every time I come to well, this is only my third convention, but I keep hearing that I'm very similar to her, and I have a lot in common with her. But yeah,
Do you break into random song?
I do.
Just in the middle of any?
Yeah, when I get nervous, I riff a lot.
Hello.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I really do.
We love you, Pip.
I know. It's because I do it so often. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, my question for Nicole is, what's your go-to song to sing in the shower?
Wow, let's get personal, Scott.
Can
I
y'all
said we
hear
were
us
going to do a
okay?
deep dive
Can you hear
here.
us okay?
Feel like
quiet?
Sort of.
This one needs to be up a little bit. Mine's real
Can you
hot.
just give a little more volume on this bad boy over here?
She's on blue.
Lovely.
Blue.
I'm on blue.
How do you see the colors?
Password is blue. Here we go. Hey, a little better. My go-to song in the shower really depends, I think, on the products I'll be using in the shower.
Give me your conditioner song.
A conditioner song? I don't really sing in the shower. I kind of like to get in and get out. But if I was to sing in the shower, it's usually, Alanis Morissette always. Which one? Well, my karaoke song is You Want to Know. Good. Can you tell that here? I also enjoy a little Aretha Franklin. You should know that.
Do you wake up to R-E-S-P-E-C-T?
Pardon me, what?
You demand your R-E-S-P-E-C-T?
Yeah. Aretha, yeah. Tell my
That works.
hair to my legs to respect the razor. I love having music on a lot though. Like music is a must at all times, and it depends on the time of day. A chill morning, maybe a coffee house morning, maybe a dance party afternoon. Coffee house morning. Showers, I do like to kind of chill out and zen in it, but yeah, Aretha. I'd say Aretha or Alanis. Really two very different sides.
I was gonna say.
Angry Lady or, or that's it, too much
Angry lady or less angry?
Okay.
Angry Lady or less Angry Lady?
We're going to throw this down to Nicole now.
Okay.
You're going to take over the hosting duties and ask us questions.
Finally. Hi, how's everyone doing out there, by the way? So quiet. There's lots of, which will be 20 questions coming up later, but I guess really for me, when was the moment that you knew, AJ, that this is what you wanted to do?
Oh, okay, so I crawled out of my mother's womb. No, I really, I was very lucky. I never had that moment where I was like, what am I gonna do with my life? My parents knew I would be in the entertainment world in some way, shape, or form. I guess that's kind of a boring answer, but I also am like not good at anything else. Like science, I failed in high school. Like I was, like I just can't. I can't.
What was that?
I don't. Yeah. I just loved singing, and I loved attention. I guess. As a kid, I was like, look at me! I can make sounds.
You are fit.
I know. I love it. Yeah, it's a boring answer, but that I don't have a time. It just kind of happened.
I love that.
Yeah.
Should I just ask my question down the line? Okay. So, Rebecca, I do know you personally. We road tripped together. She was Thelma to my
Princess
Louise.
road trip.
Or I was Louise to her Thelma.
We didn't drive off a cliff.
Or we did. But there's still time this weekend. I guess my question of you, and I love strong women, and this industry has historically been a challenge for those of us who identify as female. So I'm wondering, Rebecca, you have many hats. What would be your best advice about how to keep yourself current and in demand?
That's because I need some tips.
Apparently from our conversation today, it's learning country music songs.
Yes. Yeah, you do have to keep up with the kids. You kind of have to know what the kids are doing. Shaboozy. But that, I mean, that's a different part of my work. So sometimes I sing Nicole's, or you're referring to learning country tunes is like I sing in a band that does cover music, and so sometimes we have to throw in something really new, and either you like it or you don't like it, but you still have to sing it. But there's something to be learned from new songs all the time, which is good. But to keep myself current, I'm always learning, Nicole. So I recently started doing some on-camera classes with a dear friend of mine whom I respect very much. And I'm just putting myself in a different, I'm driving a different car. So when you're learning a new skill, even if it's, even though I've done on-camera stuff before, I wanted to go deeper. I wanted to learn more and trust myself more. And that has been a huge door opener for me, and also just makes me feel more empowered. So the learning part makes you feel satisfied. I mean, you always have to be like doing something that keeps you busy and learning. And I'm one of those lifelong learners. Yeah, it's a little bit cheesy, but I feel like if you're doing something for too long and you're not enjoying your life, just make a shift gears, you know. And not that I wasn't enjoying doing other things, because I still love doing voice acting and I still love doing performing on stage and I love all those things, but I just kind of wanted to add another layer, because you can keep going deeper in different directions. It's cool.
Thank you.
It's a good answer. Thanks.
Scott,
Good question.
which one of us is your favorite and why? I'm joking. You don't have to answer that, because I know it's me. But no, I was wondering, what keeps you coming back
He nodded to that.
year after year? What keeps you coming back year after year?
You're gonna make him cry.
I mean, I will just say, I've known you for a very long time, and I'm always impressed with your generosity of spirit that you share and show with us and everyone here. And it takes a lot to get this going every year. And I know there's a big team and there's a board of directors, but you're still here. You're still standing. And so I'm wondering, what is? Can you distill it down to, like, what is it that makes you keep coming back?
So, you are going to probably make me cry here, but I have to give a long answer to this. If you got a second.
4 minutes.
Okay. So, I started into this fandom way back in the old 2014 time frame. My first Everfree was 2015. This is my 10th Everfree, by the way. What got me started in this whole thing was a desire as a father to 2 young children to try to provide them with a learning experience that involved good, wholesome, solid concepts of what will get them positive results in life, which I was not seeing from a lot of other content out there available for children, especially from things like Disney. You turn on the Disney Channel back, a decade ago, and all the shows were about super genius kids that were always showing off against their dumb parents that didn't know anything, couldn't put 2 and 2 together, and then the kids would go off on all these antics and get themselves in all sorts of trouble, and the parents wouldn't do anything to help. They basically make the situation worse, and it was reinforcing negative stereotypes in the lives of young people that I really was trying to fight and find something else to replace, that part of my kids' experience growing up. My Little Pony, as corny and fun as it was, from an adult's perspective, from a kid's perspective, it has very solid life lessons embedded in a fun way that wasn't preaching anything. It was just like, this is good in all around aspects. The music was good, the writing was good, the characters were good because they weren't perfect. They were learning as they went and they developed as they went through the series. So I really liked that. And I kind of viewed that whole product as something that was beneficial to me and my family and teaching my kids. And my first foray into coming into the fandom here and joining the convention scene was to try and give back to the people that were making that happen. The people working behind the scenes. I saw a lot of convention videos, I saw a lot of content that you guys are putting out and how you exemplified your characters in such a great way that I wanted to be a part of helping give back to you for your contributions to my life and to my family.
Wow.
So going forward from that, I have thoroughly enjoyed the past decade in coming into these shows and being involved in working, especially with the talent, with so many people in the fandom, so many creative and wonderful individuals that I've met along this journey that now I consider to be very good friends. and not just the online friend, not just the email friend, but real life friends, people I can call and talk to and say, hey, and it's not always about work. It's, hey, how's your family? How are your kids doing? And vice versa. So I have to say, out of everybody that I have met along the way, sorry AJ just met, but you know, you're on your way to a great friendship, I'm sure. Nicole, Rebecca, I consider you lifelong friends, and I'm very appreciative for your participation and help in getting to here after the last 10 years of doing this. We've been through a lot of crazy things together, and it's been a lot of work along the way, but I think it's been very worth it. And
Yes.
for all of you, but especially for me, and for my family and my kids, that's why I do this. So. So now we can clear up who wants to go next. Rebecca, go for it.
Okay.
You seem to be the most put together.
Well, I won't give you a question just yet, even though I have so many. After that was beautiful. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, for sharing. Thank you for
Yeah,
sharing.
it's you. I've got a Mary Poppins verse. Nicole, what has been your favorite? What's your favorite thing? I'm sorry, I'm so rocked by that. What's your favorite thing about
Try to follow
the pony fandom? It's a big question.
It's a
I know.
big question.
It's a big question. What keeps you coming back, Nicole?
Lots of things. I think the thing over the years, and I've been, it's over 12 years, right?
Yeah.
So
14 now.
thank you very much. I think what keeps me coming back and what I just love to see is when I get to meet fans and people who enjoy the show over a period of time, it's like they're my kids and I can see how they're evolving. One of my favorite words is evolution, right? Change is like there's a beginning and an end. But I say to my kids and to myself, evolution. What's your next evolution? Because it implies it's always in motion. It can always grow. It can change. It's like an organic being, you know? And so I love seeing over those 12, 14 years, people have aged, but also maybe they've started their own family, or I remember some people showing me art and now they're graphic designers. People showing me something they've made and they're, you know, working in the fabric industry. Like, you can just see how every year it's like, they're like family, and they're really proud of that. So I've always from day one been blown away by the talent that you all possess. And I just love being witness to the growth and evolution of all of you. And I can't wait to see what you all evolve to next.
Keeping this light.
It's light, it's happy. I mean, it's just, holy crap. Like, I went to theater school, you know, and if you would have told me back then that a show about ponies was going to have this large an impact on my life, I would be like, no. And it has. I mean, my kids have grown up with it. I've met people from all over the world. We were just in Holland together.
Yeah.
And I mean, the show is now airing in China. And
China is ridiculous.
and impacting people. Like, it's just mind-boggling and blowing, and it really all came from the brain of Lauren Faust. I was talking with Dex, and, you know, and that magic in a bottle, you can never recapture it, but I want to continually honor where it started,
and just I marvel that I have no idea where it's going, but I'm ready to buckle in. You know, it's exciting. It's exciting.
Thanks for your question, Rebecca.
That was a beautiful answer. AJ.
Yeah.
Rydell.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, I have a last name that's kind of hard to pronounce. I don't know if many of you know, but AJ was saying that she prefers Brydell. So that's just want to reinforce.
Oh, thanks.
So, no problem.
That's nice.
Respect.
Here's the tape.
Okay, go back, good job.
Yeah. I guess I gotta get origin story. Where did you grow up?
Yeah.
And where did you study? I'm sorry, this is probably stuff you've already answered at other conventions.
No, I'm kind of like, I really related to what you were saying before. So I grew up in Canada. I was actually born in Calgary, which is closer to here than where I grew up. I grew up in Kitchener-Waterloo, which is just outside of Toronto.
Tirana.
Tirana,
That's
yeah.
how you say it like a real Canadian.
Tirana.
It's not Toronto.
It's
Tirana.
And yeah, that's where I grew up, but I didn't go to post-secondary. I went to an arts high school, and
Fame?
Yeah,
Like Fame.
exactly like Fame.
Do you know what Fame is? Please don't hurt me.
Okay. Yeah, and I was really into musical theater, and I was really into acting in general, and then I was set up to go to a theater school, and then I started working. I was lucky enough to be on one of those reality television shows where they were looking for the Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz.
What?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I came in third. It was Andrew Lloyd Webber's new version of The Wizard of Oz. And I came in third, which was really cool. It kind of was a launch pad for me.
Keep track of 1 and 2, and do you know where they are now?
Oh yeah, I'm very, very close to them. Yeah, especially the girl who won. Her name is Danielle Wade, and she's very successful. And we're really good friends. We just did a show together last Christmas. Yeah,
So cool.
yeah, we're really so close. And yeah, and that was a launch pad for me, and so I decided to not go to like an institution for school. I decided to train independently and kind of create my own curriculum, which turned out to be the best choice ever, and I've not stopped studying since. Like I'm like constantly in class and constantly learning new skills, whether it's writing or directing or producing, and even if I don't end up using those skills like to monetize, you know, it's sometimes just good to know, you know, what does a line producer do? What does what does a writing room look like even if you don't end up taking that route? It's just nice to learn that way, and I found that it was easier actually to do build my own curriculum with independent study.
So like,
Does that answer?
searching the internet or taking courses?
Taking courses, and then just even messaging people and saying, hi, I'd like to pick your brain or train with you for money, depending on, you know,
Finding mentors and
yeah,
things like that.
exactly. Finding people that I like your trajectory, I like the work that you do you teach, would you teach me? And then say if I were to spend $20,000 on a degree that nobody checks when you audition, right? You don't go into an
Nobody has
audition
that
and
on
they go,
their
and
resume.
so where did you get your degree in silliness? It's like, no, I don't, that's not a thing. But you do need to learn, there's so much to learn. So I just kind of built my own curriculum and still do to this day. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of musical theater, Scott, what's your favorite musical theater show and why? Why? I mean, if you had to pick one, so in this moment, say, because I know sometimes I'm changeable. It's like, oh, one day it's Into the Woods.
My favorite musical is Les Mis.
Okay.
One day
I dreamed the day
And
of
I don't know if anybody out there has actually gone through the struggle of reading the book. Les Miserables.
I see a hand waving over there.
Nice. Is it in French?
It's original in French,
Yeah.
yes. I didn't get that far, even though I do know some French. Maybe Italian someday. But favorite character from the book is not actually in the musical.
The what? Sorry? Say it again.
Favorite character?
The favorite character from Les Mis is not in the musical.
Who?
The bishop.
Oh, wait, they're not in the musical at all?
No.
Why do I feel like there's a bishop in the musical?
Well, it's a very small part.
I was gonna say.
But the line from the bishop that is like the most powerful thing that kind of kick-started, a dream for me way back when, is not actually in the musical itself.
Do you remember that line?
Not off the top of my head, but I did cross-stitch it once.
Oh.
Like, I
Man of
actually
many
did that.
talents over here, ladies and gentlemen.
Cross-stitch.
Cross-stitch. But one of my favorite songs to actually sing is Stars
In the multitude.
from Javert.
So wait, is the bishop the one who gives just the
Candlesticks.
candlesticks?
Yes.
So he is, he's
But
a
there's a
general.
pre-story to all of that that
Okay.
establishes the character, and that's where the line comes from. It's a little paragraph phrase that he says about his altruism and why he is what he is. It's talking about, don't let the sticks and stones break you.
Yeah.
But be yourself and help out, and that's the true meaning of life. basically.
Yeah.
So I'll have to find that, and we'll bring it out at some point.
Totally. Yeah,
Maybe
totally.
during karaoke. So yeah, I like Les Mis. Phantom is also great. Anything by Andrew Lloyd Webber is amazing. I really like the Wicked musical. The book is awful.
The book of
Wicked.
you mean like the script?
No, not the script. The actual story that it's based on is an awful, terrible story. They made it so much better in the musical. Just don't bother reading the book.
There's a Wicked book?
Yeah, that's what it's all based on.
And a sequel.
Like it's based on the...
And the more evil sequel. Yeah.
Right.
I know that.
Watch the movie. It's coming out this fall. Should be really good. Kristen Chenoweth.
So we're learning to do it.
Yeah, I get it.
And maybe one of these days I'll get one of these lovely women here to sing "For Good" with me as a duet.
I'll do it anytime. I'll do it right now. Just kidding, we don't have it. But I will anytime. Who do you want to be? Who would you want to be? Elphaba or Glinda?
I'm probably better on the second part, but the first
It
part.
will maybe. That one? That we will never meet again. We're going to do it. It's going to happen.
Come to karaoke tomorrow night. We might actually do that.
No, it's still okay.
I'm the only one that break the rules for no Broadway show tunes, but
There's no pony, because there's already that happening somewhere else. And there's no Disney, and there's no musicals. It's supposed to be pop and rock. However,
I make one exception.
you can have one exception, and if you
I did, I believe,
if
for Book of
you
Mormon
do
last year, so.
Yeah, and I told you already that was enough. And we had this
Okay.
conversation,
Stop there.
Scott. Don't let everyone see our relationship for real. But if you were going to prepare that, you could do that. You would be the exception.
Okay. All right.
Just saying. One song.
Two people tomorrow night.
From the Fate of a Question.
Theater. 8 p.m.
Hey Jay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Questions. Nicole.
yeah.
Which would you rather be? Which would you rather play? A hero turned villain, or a villain turned hero, and why?
Hero turned villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of did that, yeah. Been that, done there. Anyway, yeah, well, I just love playing villains or people who are kind of slightly off the rules of life, because as an actor, there are no rules then. You know what I mean? Like, you can just, your motivations are because, and that's fine, you know? Like evil is like, from the perspective, no one's truly evil. Right? A bad person, it's like, well, if you would just do what I asked you to do, I wouldn't have to hurt you. But you didn't. And so, really, that's on you. Like, it's not my fault. So just I just love that having no, it's like playing drunk. Like you don't play it, you play everything else around it. It's just fun. It's just fun to like all the finger paints. So I think, and it's great. I also, as a performer, love when things start to deconstruct, when things start to crack and crumble, and you get to see behind the polished veneer. I just think it's way more interesting.
Cool.
Yeah, so that kind of stuff jazzes me.
Yes.
Very much.
Come to the dark side. Come to the dark side.
I've never played a villain really before. And that was I'll tell us someday.
You will one.
Really, one day.
So good.
Give us your villain laugh.
Me?
Yeah.
Looks like this is gonna get warm up.
Can you work with me on it later? I'll work with you later. Okay, thank you.
I'll get you and your little dog.
Yeah, when it was giving back. Yeah. Hey Rebecca. Okay. No reservations, no bounds. If you could write exactly where you are in 5 years, like anything, you could be doing anything. Where would you be? What would you be doing in 5 years?
I'd be on Broadway.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would love to do that. Actually, when I was younger, I thought maybe when I'm like 50, I'll but I'm almost 50, just so you know. We're not quite there yet. There's still time. So yeah.
Yeah? Paint me the picture.
I would love to do. I think I'd love to do like a news show. I'd love to be part of a news show that kind of speaks to that has values that resonate with me, I guess. And then, God, it sounds like I'm gonna have to write this. Damn it! Why are you doing that? You're planting a seed. But I would love to be able to train and dance some more. I love dancing. I'd love to be able to sing with my own vocal style and not have to sound musical theater-esque or
Like Cameron McIntosh, singing through your nose.
I would love. I mean, you do have to. I understand there's a certain skill to being, or a certain reason for singing a certain way in musical theater because you have to sustain many shows.
Yeah.
But
8 shows a week.
right. So maybe it would be a short-run Broadway show.
Ooh.
That would be good.
Just long enough to get that Tony Award.
That's right. Just,
We'll run it during the qualifying period.
that's right.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm sorry. The details are a little blurry still.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe I'd just be the mom. I feel like there's a lot of there's a lot of roles for ingenue, a lot of roles for elderly, and so to me, I always saw musical theater was like it was either the ingenue or the older role, and so there's hardly room for featured performers to be middle-aged. I guess.
Do you know, for women,
Unless you're a character actor.
for women in this industry, you're either the maid, the mother, or the crone. I would rather it be the maid, the mother, or the magician. And I feel that is a powerful place to sit. You can be anything you want to be. You can make anyone see you in any way, right? Oh, I see.
These
As
are
an
the
actor, you mean?
roles you're looking for.
Yeah.
And women in general, though. Women are maids, ingenue, mother, midlife, crones. We're a little older. And I think that word
You're old
just
and you're
is negative.
invalid.
I would rather it be magician.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or mage.
Can you give me an example of like a role that a magician would play? Like what, like where you would? Yeah.
Well, in this industry, there gets to a point where you're either the girlfriend or the young girl, and then you kind of start playing the mother, and then very quickly, for most female actresses, it's in their 40s, you start playing grandmas.
Especially in film.
Happens out of nowhere.
That's
okay?
it. And the parts, forget being the head of the FBI or even an FBI agent. For the longest time, that has been typically for people who identify male, right? So for women, the opportunities, it's only been in the last decade where that's started to change.
Shonda Rhimes.
It's really exciting. So I think we can all be, if we're telling our kids and everybody and everyone in this room that you can be anything you want to be, then the content we consume needs to represent that and show potential and possibility.
Which is
not
what
limitations.
Which is what My Little Pony does.
Exactly.
All the time. That's part of the magic of the franchise.
So it's just redefining how you see yourself, which is what, like you're saying, does, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. That's
Just that
good.
small thing.
That's really, oh my God.
Just that small thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
Taking notes.
I'm so bad at these questions. You are all way better at these than I am.
Are they gonna ask us some questions? What about ask me?
Yeah. If you could. This is so
Favorite
stupid.
color is green.
It's gonna be really deep. It's not. I know. Okay, if you could describe us all as an ice cream flavor, what would it be and why? And yourself.
Nicole is a very rich French vanilla.
I'll take it. Oui, merci, c'est la vérité.
Rebecca, you're definitely like an orange swirl sherbet.
Just because I'm sounds like shimmer.
Well, it's either that or bacon, so.
Bacon to orange sherbet, that'd be really freaking good.
Bacon flavored orange sherbet.
Breakfast.
AJ.
Hi.
You're like a cookie dough.
That's my favorite ice cream.
There we go. We're on the same wavelength.
That's my favorite ice cream. I love that. Yeah. And what about yourself?
What's that?
What about yourself?
He's lactose intolerant. No, I'm just kidding.
I kind of am.
No, who is
But I
it?
still eat my ice cream.
Yeah.
Smoothies in the sponsor lounge, by the way, tonight. Anyway, I think we're at the end of our hosting.
What ice cream?
I do vanilla.
No.
Root beer float.
Root beer float.
Oh, root beer float.
Definitely my root beer floats.
Love it.
Okay, so
Up
there's
to
a
them.
mic.
Who's got a question?
Carefully and nicely come up and ask a question.
If
you'd
anyone
like,
has
for
a
the
question,
remainder
I don't
of the
know.
time that we have together. Sentinel or
Please
Alex
come
or
up to the
somebody
mic
come,
if you
come
do.
up to kind of strain that mic, please.
Roundtable. Thank you.
And we're going to be respectful here. Ask one question. Ask it of a